insulin, food, warm clothing on this airplane that's going to take it to refugees inside of Ukraine and on the border of Ukraine in order to give them the gift of life. And then this plane is going to fly back with 170 new only Jewish refugee immigrants to Israel.
That is the president of the incredible organization. It is the International Fellowship of Jews and Christians. And she's standing on the tarmac in Israel doing what? Watching the plane filled with 15 tons of medicine, of warm clothes, of food supplies for the Ukrainians that are under assault in the invaded nation of Ukraine. And what is happening in return? Does the plane fly back empty? No. Those of Jewish extraction, those who want to live safely in Israel, are invited to fly on that plane by the fellowship back to Israel. It is a beautiful, it is a blessed thing, and you can support it right now. We can't fight for the Ukrainians. They're doing a pretty darn good job of it themselves, but we can support people like Yael Eckstein as she stands there on the tarmac at Ben Gurion. Please go to my website, sebgorka.com, and click on the Crisis in Ukraine banner at the top. A donation in any amount could literally save lives. These refugees, these women and children need your help. Please support them today. Go to sebgorka.com, SEBGORKA, and click on the Crisis in Ukraine banner at the very top. That's SEBGORKA, sebgorka.com, and the Crisis in Ukraine banner. God bless every single one of you. We have a very special guest with us. There is a new organization. It's called Color Me United, with a new initiative, and it is taking on wokeism, but not in our schools, not in our colleges, but somewhere else that could be even more dangerous. And he's with us right now. Christian Watson, welcome to America First.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so talk to us about your organization and what this new mission, Un-American Express, is.
Yeah, so Color Us United is basically a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our primary goal is to fight for the principles of a colorblind society, which we believe are endemic to the American experiment. We believe the idea of natural law and natural rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are all independent of race, color, identity. And unfortunately, there is a faction in this country right now which wishes to take us down a path where identity matters, nothing else matters whatsoever, where merit is sacrificed at the altar of emotional sensibilities like identity politics. And Color Us United is standing very strong against that. Unfortunately, this faction occupies many institutions in America, and one of those institutions is American Express, which does not do a service to its name. So American Express has done a multitude of bad things to their employees in the pursuit of identity politics. They have had their employees listen to Khalid Muhammad, who is the great-grandson of the founder of the Nation of Islam, talk about how capitalism is racist and evil, how they need to do something to fight it. They have subjected their employees to trainings called Building Allyship, where they pit their employees against each other on the basis of their race and their other identity features as well. In fact, there's one module in that training that says that if an Asian woman is silent, it must be because she is underrepresented and she is discriminated against. So you need to be quiet when she's talking, no matter what she says, no matter the merits of what she says. There are many other things as well. They have.
So you're talking about treating people inside American Express, American employees, based upon their skin color.
Precisely. That's what they're doing. Not only that, but there's a 15% bonus. This is in their SEC filing. There's a 15% bonus incentive to go ahead and enact the goals of diversity, equity, and inclusion in their organization, which includes putting someone's skin color first before their merit. This is a perverse curse that is on American Express. It is coming from the very top down. It ignores merit. It ignores the principles of Americanism, and it must be defeated. And that's what Color Us United is doing. We are exposing this. We're bringing people to the forefront to fight this, and we're hoping that Americans make the right decision and tell American Express to take their un-American ideas with them.
The organization is coloredusunited.org. The spokesman is Christian Watson. Christian, I'm sure a lot of people listening across the nation have a very simple question. Why? Why would entities, this is a credit card company, we look at what's happening at Disney and elsewhere, why would entities that should be about providing a service effectively, should be about profit margins and free markets, why have they gone woke?
This is a question I get all the time, and if I had an answer, I think I'd be a millionaire. Well, the primary reason I think, and this is my personal opinion, it's in ignorance of first principles. If you know what you are meant to do in this world, if you know what your function is as a human being, as someone with a particular set of skills, you will do that thing and you will do well if you do it faithfully. The problem is with a lot of left-leaning ideologies is that they completely forsake first principles on the altar of social expediency. So whatever works to get their cause further, and whatever their cause might be, most of the time it's very subjective. There's nothing objective about it. It's like how they feel. That's what they'll do. And they don't care what it affects. They don't care about foundations. They don't care about objectivity. They simply care about what they think is right in their own subjective sense of self. And I think that the people in the boardroom of American Express are trying to appease the very small minority of people that feel just that way, who do not care about objective morality, who do not care about right and wrong, but instead care about how they have crafted the world in their own mind. And they think that if they don't bow down to those people, they'll lose a lot of good PR and a lot of market share, and so they do it. But the case is, most Americans don't believe in these ideas. Most Americans don't care about politics. Most Americans just want a good service. They just want a good service that you promise to give to them. And the more corporate America can realize that, as opposed to trying to evangelize a narrow set of political prescriptions to their people, the better things will be.
What would you like our listeners to do, Christian?
Go to colorrushunited.org and sign up for our mailing list and get in contact with us. And, just spread the word, because this is not just happening with American Express. This is happening with every other corporation out there, whether it be Home Depot, Walmart. Just spread the word, because we have to fight this virus before it spreads any further.
He's not exaggerating. I've received the documents, the internal training documents from Home Depot, utterly woke, utterly the antithesis, the opposite of what the Reverend Martin Luther King taught us. God bless you and your colleagues for doing what you do to bring us to a place that the Reverend would have been proud of. It's colorusunited.org, and this new initiative, it's just un-American. American Express is un-American. Check out this website, unamericanexpress.com right now. Thank you, Christian Watson. That is unamericanexpress.com. Back to your calls momentarily. Join me on Locals. Access to me directly and content you can't find anywhere else. Click on the red button on the corner of the screen to join today. They can't censor us anymore on Locals. Join us. We're building a new family to take back America.